Hello children, hope you all are fine and doing good. So in this video children, we will study about the leftover part of the nutrition in the animals. In previous two videos, we have covered some of the part of the nutrition in the animals, that by which steps the nutrition in the animals takes place. Fine, we have also read about the digestive system, we have read in detail. Now in this video we will be reading about that how the digestion takes place in the ruminants or in the grass eating animals. Further from that, we will also read about the nutrition in the amoeba. So let's start. Now see, here you can see that the picture of the or the diagram of the cow is given. So first of all you must have a look on this diagram. Now first of all you can see that this is the esophagus tube, another name of the food pipe. This is the rumen is one of the part of the grass eating animal's stomach. Now the next one you can see, this is the small intestine, this is the large intestine, caecum, and all these constitutes the stomach of the grass eating animal, of this cow or any other animal. So one thing most of you have observed children, that whenever you have seen these cattle, mainly you can see the cows, buffaloes, etc., whenever they are relaxing, then the one thing that is common in all these grass eating animal is that they are continuously chewing their mouth. In even when they are not eating any kind of the food, then also they are chewing their mouth continuously. So have you ever noticed that why these animals, in spite of that they are not eating the food, then also they are chewing their mouth continuously? The answer of this question you will get here when we will study that how the digestion takes place in the grass eating animal. So let's start. Now see children, what happens that whenever these grass eating animal, the cows, buffaloes, etc., they are eating the grass, etc., then they are not chewing their food properly, but in spite of that they are simply swallowing their food. And when they swallow their food, then this swallowed food reaches into the rumen part of the stomach with the help of the esophagus tube. Now in the rumen, some kind of the bacteria are present, and that bacteria are helpful for the digestion of the cellulose. And cellulose is what? Cellulose is a kind of the carbohydrate which is present in the leaves, plants, grass, etc. So with the help of the bacteria, the food is partially digested over here. The some part of the food is grinded, and after that the food is partially digested over here. Now this partially digested food is called what? It is called as a cud. Fine. Now when the animal is relaxing, then what happens? This partially digested food again is returned into the animal's mouth. Fine. So whenever they are relaxing, this cud again went back to the animal's mouth, and after that they are again chewing it thoroughly. Fine. And when they chew it thoroughly, after that the proper digestion of the food takes place. Now this process of sending back the cud to the animal's mouth is called what? This is called as a rumination, and that's why these kinds of animals are called as what? These kinds of the animals are called as the ruminants. Now as we have read that in the rumen, what is present? In the rumen, a kind of bacteria is present which is responsible for the digestion of the food. Fine, for mainly for the digestion of the cellulose. Now cellulose is present in the grass, plants, etc., whatever these animals are eating. Fine. So this bacteria helps the cellulose to digest the properly, and mainly this kind of the bacteria is found in the grass eating animals only, or mainly you can see that this bacteria is present only in the ruminants. It is not found in any other animal, or even it is not found in the human beings also. So we as well as the other animals are not able to digest this cellulose. Only ruminants are able to digest this cellulose, because in our body any such kind of the bacteria is not present, as well as any such kind of the digestive juice is also not present, which is helpful for the digestion of the cellulose. So this special kind of the bacteria which is responsible for digesting of the cellulose is only found in the cattle or only found in the grass eating animals. Fine. So with the help of this bacteria, the food is digested properly. Right. So from that we have also read about the caecum. Now caecum is what? Caecum is a large sac-like structure which is found between the esophagus tube and the small intestine. Caecum is what? Caecum is a large sac-like structure which is found between the esophagus tube and the small intestine. So how the digestion of the food takes place in the animal's body? The digestion of the food takes place in the animal's body in the rumen with the help of the certain bacteria, and these special type of the bacteria is mainly present in these ruminants. And where they are present? They are present in the rumen, which is a part of the stomach. Now one thing also you have to keep in mind, that the stomach of these grass eating animals or these ruminants is mainly divided into the four parts. Into how many parts the stomach is divided? It is divided mainly into the four parts, and rumen is one of the part of the stomach. This is all about the digestion in the grass eating animals, that how the digestion takes place in the grass eating animals. Now the next one that we have to study, that is about the nutrition in the amoeba, how the feeding and the digestion takes place in the amoeba. This we have to study now. Now see, as you all know, most of you must be knowing that amoeba is what? Amoeba is an irregular shaped unicellular organism. What is amoeba? Amoeba is an irregular shaped unicellular organism, and where it is found? It is found in the pond water, in the pools and the ditches, etc. Fine. Now why it is called as a single celled organism? Because it is made up of only one cell. That's why it is called as a unicellular organism or the single celled organism. Now whatever the life processes of the amoeba is there, that life processes is being carried only by that one particular cell which is found in the amoeba. Now amoeba has a cell membrane also. As you can see, amoeba has a nucleus also which is spherical in shape, and some small bubbles like shape you are also seeing, that is called as a food vacuole. And where it is found? These food vacuoles are found in the cytoplasm of the amoeba. Now what is a cytoplasm? Cytoplasm is a fluid material which is found in the amoeba. Fine. What is a cytoplasm? Cytoplasm is a fluid material which is found in the cell, and inside this cell these small bubble like vacuoles are also found in it. Now see, amoeba has the irregular shape, and it also accordingly changes its shape. Whenever it come in contact with any kind of the food item, then it changes its shape accordingly. Now which kind of the shape this amoeba have? This also we know that it have the irregular shape. Fine. Now here you can see that suppose this amoeba come in contact with one kind of the food particle. Fine. Now whenever it come in contact with any kind of the food, then it stretches out two pseudopodia around the food. Here you can see that it starts stretching out its body. Now whatever the shape it started stretching out, then it forms a finger like projection. Fine. Now this finger like projection which the amoeba has started stretching out on in contact with any kind of the food, then this is called what? This is called as a pseudopodia. Fine. So gradually the tips of the pseudopodia fuse each other. When it will stretch out its body, then one condition will come, that these two pseudopodia will fuse each other like this. And when they will fuse each other, then a food cavity or a food vacuole will be formed. Fine. A food vacuole will be formed, and this food will engulf inside this amoeba's body. Thus the food vacuole enters into the amoeba's body. Now you are seeing this food vacuole inside the amoeba's body. Now these food vacuoles are also secreting some kind of the digestive juices. Fine. They are also secreting some kind of the digestive juices. Now these digestive juices are helpful these digestive juices are helpful to convert these substances into the simpler and the soluble substances. Why? Because these digestive juices contain some kind of the enzyme. Now these enzyme acts on the food, and thus with the help of these enzymes the food is broken down into the simpler and the soluble substances. Now once it is broken down into the simpler and the soluble substances, so whatever the food the amoeba has engulfed inside it, that food is also being absorbed. Now why it is absorbed? Because when the food will be absorbed, then only the absorbed food will be responsible for the growth and the development, as well as for the further life processes like the growth, maintenance and the multiplication, means the reproduction, etc. Now whatever the leftover part of the, or you can say the unwanted part, likewise we have read in the digestive system that whatever the unwanted part or the undigested part is there, that is expelled out from the body, that is eliminated out from the body. Similarly here also whatever the unwanted residue is there, that is also ejected out from the amoeba's body or expelled out from the body. So thus the feeding or the digestion takes place in the amoeba. Thus the nutrition takes place in the amoeba. So this is all about the nutrition in the amoeba, as well as we have also read that how the digestion takes place in the ruminants, etc. Now the next one, let us have a roundup that what we have studied. We have studied what? We have studied that what is an animal nutrition. So animal nutrition includes what? Animal nutrition includes the nutrient requirement, that what there is a need for the nutrient and by which mode they are taking such different kinds of the nutrients. And third one is that how these nutrients are utilized by the body. Now the next one that we have studied about the different steps, that in how many steps the animal nutrition takes place. So animal nutrition takes place in the ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and the digestion. So in these 5 steps the animal nutrition mainly takes place. The next one we have also read about the digestive system, that how the digestion takes place in the human beings. So starting from the buccal cavity, in the buccal cavity or in the mouth, what happened? First of all we chew the food. Afterwards, with the help of the tongue and the saliva, it is being converted into a paste-like form, and afterwards it is being sent into our stomach, and stomach and the small intestine are secreting some kind of the juices, etc. Afterwards, when the food is digested into the stomach and the small intestine, now whatever the leftover part is there, that is being sent into the large intestine. From the large intestine, the sufficient salts and the water is being absorbed, and again whatever the unwanted waste is there, whatever the wastage is there, that is expelled or eliminated out from the body. So thus the digestion takes place in our body. Now some of the digestive glands also we have read. We have read that these digestive glands also secrete some kind of the juices which are helpful for the digestion of the food, like the salivary glands. Salivary glands are present where? Salivary glands are present in our mouth. And how many salivary glands are present? There are the 3 pairs of the salivary glands are present in our mouth, and they are secreting a kind of the watery secretion that is called as a saliva, which is responsible for breaking down of the starch. Fine. Now the next one we have studied the liver. The liver is called what? The liver is called as the largest gland. Fine. Now this liver is also secreting a kind of the juice that is called as a bile juice, and the bile juice is mainly responsible for the digestion of the fats. Now the next one is the pancreas. The pancreas is also a kind of gland which is also secreting a kind of the pancreatic juice, which is also responsible for the proper digestion of the food. Now the next one we have studied that the digestion of the carbohydrates like the starch begins in the buccal cavity, as we have read just now, and with the help of which digestive juice? With the help of the saliva. Now the digestion of the protein starts where? The digestion of the proteins starts in the stomach, as we have read that in our stomach the HCl is there, the gastric juice was there. So with the help of all these, the digestion takes place in our stomach. Now bile juice is secreted from the liver, this we have read. Pancreatic juice is secreted by the pancreas, etc. And afterwards, when the digestion takes place in the small intestine, afterwards the food is being absorbed by the blood vessels. Now this also we have read that in the small intestine, and the blood vessels are there, and in that blood vessels the food is being absorbed. Now in that some finger like projections are also there. Now this finger like projection is called as a villi, which increases the surface area of the intestine so that the food should be absorbed easily. Fine. Now when the food is absorbed in the villi, then the absorbed substances are transported to the different parts of the body. Now when when it is transported to the different parts of the body, then we get the energy, and this absorbed food is also responsible for the growth and development of the different parts of the body also. Now afterwards, when the absorption takes place, it is also being transported to the different parts of the body. Fine, we get energy from that. Now this also we have read that whatever the unwanted part is there, which is being digested in the small intestine, and after that whatever the unwanted part is there, that is being sent where? It is sent into the large intestine, and there what is absorbed from that waste, whatever the sufficient water and some salts which are necessary, that is being absorbed from the in the large intestine, and after that it is expelled out from the body. Fine. So this also we have read that the undigested and the unabsorbed residues are expelled out from the body. Now the next one that we have studied today about the ruminants. Ruminants are what? Ruminants are the grass eating animals, mainly you can say the cattle like the cows, buffaloes, horses, etc. Now in this ruminants, a kind of bacteria are found, and where this kind of bacteria is found, this also you have to keep in mind that this bacteria is found in the rumen, which is mainly responsible for the digestion of the cellulose, because in the plants etc. a kind of nutrient is found that is called as a cellulose, which is also a kind of it is also a type of a carbohydrate. So for digestion of this cellulose, a bacteria is found in the rumen part of these ruminants. Fine. And with the help of this bacteria, the food is digested in the ruminants or in the grass eating animals. And how the digestion takes place? The digestion takes place in the two steps. The first step is what? They simply swallow the food, and after that the food goes into the rumen part of the stomach, and afterwards again when they are relaxing, then that cud, which is called as a partially digested food, is again sent to the mouth. Again they are chewing it, and afterwards it is digested properly. Now the next one we have studied about the amoeba, how the amoeba engulf the food, or how the amoeba intake the nutrition. So they intake the nutrition with the help of the pseudopodia. Now pseudopodia is what? Pseudopodia is a finger-like projection. Now how these finger-like projection come? Whenever the amoeba come in contact with any kind of the food item, and which kind of the food item? Microscopic. Since they are the microscopic organism, then they are also feeding on the microscopic plants and animals. So whenever they come in contact with this microscopic plants and animals, then they started stretching out their body, and with the help of that pseudopodia, finger like projection, they engulf that food, forming a vacuole, and thus a food vacuole is formed. Now food vacuole enters into the amoeba's body. Fine. When it enters into the amoeba's body, then they also secrete some kind of the digestive juice. Now this digestive juice also contain a kind of the enzyme. This enzyme acts on the food, and after that it is being broken down into the simpler and the soluble substances. When they are broken down into the simpler and the soluble substances, afterwards they are absorbed, and when they are absorbed, the amoeba gets the energy for the growth, maintenance, as well as for the further life processes. So thus the nutrition takes place in the amoeba. Now here is a fact that you can see that the fats in the goat's milk are much simpler than those in the cow's milk. Therefore the goat's milk is much easier to digest than the cow's milk. That is mean to say that that the goat's milk is much easier to digest in comparison to the cow's milk. Fine. So this is all about the nutrition in the animals. Hope these three videos, with the help of these three videos, you must have understood something. Some things are clear to you. And for the improvement regarding to the videos, you can give your suggestions below in the comment box. And please, if you like the video, then you can like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you everyone for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.